Today, I am going to expose one of the greatest truths that they have been working for decades to hide. The truth is there right in front of you, but they have stolen your masculine vision and clarity. I am going to help you with that today. And you may be angry at me for telling the truth. Well, why don't you just subscribe now so I can wreck your sense of reality and upset your life every week or so? After all, the only way out of today's crappy financialized usury prison is knowing the truth. Female humans a million years ago were physically far weaker than men. They could not confront or compete directly with men. It did not turn out well for them when they tried it. No, they needed to use something else to succeed and get the resources they needed to survive. Life was so brutal that less than 10% of humans made it to 25 years old, and it was rare and exceptional to make it to 30. And females being less than half as strong, you can imagine how bad it was for them. This million years or so has given us a proto-brain, the cortex stem, the so-called lizard brain, if you will. That's where our instincts are stored. They sit there waiting to pounce like a nagging nicotine addiction. These instincts are there 24 hours a day, ready to take control in a moment of carelessness or weakness. You can fight them, you can ignore them for a while, but they always come back and never go away. They were originally meant to save your life in desperate times, but we still have them. Since a prehistoric female couldn't fight or compete, evolution over a million years gave them a bag of tricks, deception, manipulation, and control over sex. These instincts are still there, like I said. If you don't understand them, you will get hurt, used, and financially destroyed. Here are the 4 brutal realities you need to understand about women. 1. Hypergamy and the dual mating strategy. Prehistoric females had a big problem. If they selected the most aggressive and vicious brute they could find, they were guaranteed a good measure of security, but were also likely to be killed or literally eaten by that brute. Or, if they went with the equivalent of a beta male sim provider, they could get a lot of resources, but not so much in the way of safety and security for their children. What's a girl to do? Well, nature has the answer, and it's been with us ever since a million years ago. Enter the dual mating strategy and hypergamy. Give the beta male simp just enough hairy clam in order to receive good resources safely. Then go get drilled sideways by the bad boy brute with the superior genetics and slide back in with the beta when he isn't looking. Of course, these days we call it cheating and paternity fraud. This is hardwired and genetically programmed in their lizard brain, and many today don't seem to have much trouble doing it. And at least in the United States, paternity fraud is not even a crime. Call it what you will, cheating, monkey branching, or riding the carousel. It's been deeply ingrained in her lizard brain for a million years. It's always there waiting to strike, just like a severe nicotine craving that never goes away. All it takes is a moment of weakness. How much can she control the urge will determine her value. Females are not even aware of it, it's just there 24 hours a day. And by the way, that includes every female on the planet, no matter where they are from. Your passport absolutely will not save you from this reality. Let me hammer down on this. All females are predisposed to paternity fraud, monkey branching, and cheating. I'm sorry to burst your fake Walt Disney fairy tale image, but there it is. The ugly truth is exposed. You can't fight a million years of evolution, and you're a fool if you say, my girl is different. Yeah, sure she is. Nobody questions why a crocodile will bite your leg off. Everyone knows why. Many millions of years of evolution have genetically programmed the croc to kill and feed efficiently. Nobody questions why a squirrel will gather nuts for the winter. We all know why. So then, why do we expect females to act like something they are not? Then we men get upset and hurt when they too follow their genetic programming? Number 2, females are programmed for survival. For a million years, females successfully survived because of their loyalty to survival. Let me explain that. In other words, females do not think, and cannot think like men do. While a man lives by his honor, his standards, and his word, a female has a fluid mind, constantly assessing how to get the most benefit or advantage at any particular moment. Commitment is also fluid in their minds. The deal changes continuously, moment by moment in their mind to maximize advantage. If they calculate that they could do better over there, chase the BBD, the bigger, better deal, well, it's only a matter of how much she can control the nagging prehistoric urge. Females are genetically programmed for survival, and that means to upgrade when it is advantageous to do so. Maybe it's your loss, maybe it's your gain, but there it is. If you ignore this truth or fail to manage it, you will sooner or later wind up getting burned. You are only safe so long as she is completely convinced or invested that you are the best she can do, or doesn't see the advantage in upgrading just yet. Just like a dog chasing a car, the dog won't wake up or get off the porch unless the car coming down the road is interesting enough. But if the right car comes down the road and triggers that lizard brain to chase, well, that's it. Off she goes. And that's an automatic reaction. They can't control it or stop it, and there's never a thought about consequences or accountability. That dog never considers what happens to it. If it actually catches the car, you will never hear a female say, "My word is my bond," or "I'm a woman of my word," or "I can't do that, it's not part of the deal." There's a reason for that. Females are committed to one thing and one thing only: survival and maximum advantage. And as such, everything is subject to continuous assessment and analysis to maximize benefit. Every man has a story of meeting a nice, sweet girl that seems to be perfect only to get brutally rejected because he's got the wrong hair color, or he's too short. Something is off about his jawline. He doesn't seem to have enough status or resources, and then suddenly turn around literally 30 seconds later and throw themselves at a Chad that just walked through the door. Ignore this truth at your peril. Needless to say, females have been genetically programmed by a million years of evolution to use men for resources. They don't really care whether you are a truck driver, a factory worker, or an airline pilot. They don't care how you get your resources. They don't care about your grind. They don't care about your struggles. They don't care about your daily stress. But rest assured, they are standing at the finish line waiting to pick off the dude with the best cave and the best resources, and they will change men faster than a light switch if it is advantageous for them to do so. It's called the clock carousel for a reason. Females are transactional. Simple as that. Period. Full stop, no cap. Watch a female squirm when they are asked the question, "What do you bring to the table?" Just watch them squirm, as there is only one answer and they don't want to expose the truth. You get access to the clam, and she gets resources and protection. That's it. Do not mistake it. Number 3, it is impossible for a female to think like a man. You are a man. You know what it's like to give your commitment, your love, and your protection, so I don't need to explain that. A deal is a deal. A contract is a contract. It's written in stone, it is reliable, but the fake Walt Disney fairy tale lie has you thinking that women also keep the same rock-solid values, and that's where 99% of men fail. This is intentional. The system was set up to take everything you have, and this is one of the best ways to do it. A female's commitment is to their prehistoric survival instincts. Their loyalty is to their feelings and emotions about you, and whatever current situation they are in. The benefits, the resources, "What have you done for me lately?" is always floating in their mind. Again, the only difference between a good woman and a nasty 304 is how well she can control the urges in her lizard brain. Yes, it's that plain and simple. Number 4, insecurities. Females are fundamentally insecure. They generally do not produce or build. They are traders. And you already know what they have to offer for trade. Females have extremely fine-tuned emotions. For a million years, their personal survival relied on being able to read their situation, to look for danger signs that their provider may turn on them or even eat them. Yes, they have finely tuned emotions that are used to assist them in getting the most out of their transactions. Females have developed over a million years a type of superpower to read a situation, to read a potential mate, a potential resource, to judge which male to go with. You can't fool them, don't even try. It's almost impossible. A female can be all sweet and kind up front. They do that to secure the most valuable male. They rub berries and ash on their face to make themselves more appealing. Again, to get the best resource via false advertising. And that's why female cosmetics are a multi-billion-dollar industry today. Females see you as a resource. They really don't care about you as a man or your problems. They are loyal to their survival and their feelings. In many ways, you are a vehicle to them, a means to an end. But they are smart enough to know that they need to maintain the vehicle well if they want to keep having a ride. Females have a subconscious, incessant craving to ensure that you are their best choice. After all, genetic programming has taught them that the eggs go bad rather quickly, so they literally have a clock ticking in their head. They have an incredible subconscious urge to validate their choice in their mate, to confirm if he is still the best choice. Is he still a good resource? Is he still a strong leader and has social status? Can I do better than this? Females are constantly evaluating her benefits and testing your authority. It's called shit testing for a reason. I wrote a video on this topic, you should go see it. And here we come full circle, back to their constant need to compare you with other possible mates. She is literally driven to compare you to every man she has ever been with. Compare the size, performance, and to fantasize about having the bigger, better deal, the BBD. That's why you often see females have a fantasy Chad photo as their home screen, or they watch drama shows. They're fantasizing about a better life and they are not thinking about you. They are already mentally chasing the BBD. If a girl is obsessed with watching drama or has Chad photos on her phone, watch out. A true 5% alpha male will have vision and clarity, will fully understand female nature and comprehend the chaos and uncertainty they bring. A female can be a nice accessory along the way to your masculine destiny, but certainly never entrust them with the power to hurt you emotionally or financially. Alpha syndicate men will foremost protect what they have built and not allow the false reality of Walt Disney fairy tale lies to destroy their lives. So that's it. Don't misunderstand it. Genetic programming over 1 million years is why females do what they do. You needn't spend valuable time getting wrapped up in the details, but if you wish, I fully recommend the Casey Zander channel because he goes into excruciating details and explains females perfectly, step by step. Other enlightening sources are the Ho Math channel. He explains dating dynamics and mate selection elegantly. These are the two best I've seen so far. Another excellent channel would be the 33 Secrets channel by Matt Cross. He speaks from decades of field experience with women. Study them, learn as much as you wish, but again, never put yourself in a position to allow a female to harm you emotionally or financially. You wouldn't let a crocodile harm you, so why a female? They are both genetically programmed to do what they do. Do not fall to the sorcery and voodoo magic of the hairy clam, and you need to rid yourself of that scarcity mindset. You are the king, you are the prize. If you really do become a 5% alpha male, you will have females literally chasing you down the street, calling you at all hours, and they will be shoving their phone numbers in your face. Stop falling for the false realities and lies this prison planet has fed you.